Alright YouTube, quick video here because I started this build without you, but we're making something for Mom today. We're gonna make something for the boys' bathroom. It's like a freestanding shelf that's gonna go over the toilet, you know what I mean? So got our house of hair blaring too, so that's a good thing. So here's what we got to start with here. So this is the first shelf, and this goes 2 inches from the top of the toilet, and this is 2 inches wider than the side of the toilet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another shelf with about 12 inches clearance for shampoo bottles, plenty to fit there, and then a towel bar up here, and then one more shelf on the top. So far this is all with scrap metal too. I got this all at the scrap yard, except for the round stock. I did buy a stick of that today. That's why the shelf is kind of funky. I'm just trying to working with what I got. Alright there, YouTube. We're shutting her down for the night. Starting with the radio. So, we made some progress. Good night, Tombstone. Alright, so we made some progress tonight. I was kind of just came out, I put the boys to bed, and I came out in the shop and said, man, I want to build something. And I'd started this, but I didn't really have the material that I needed to do the first shelf. So that's why I came up with this. Which painted, it'll look kind of cool. I think, you know, that's just kind of the best thing I could come up with to make that first shelf. So, here, I'll kind of show you what I did. I've used 6013, except for these. So here's the bottom view. Except for these, the feet, I used some 6011 on those. So, yeah. I figure that's probably going to be the most stress on that. And the metal's thick enough I can run a bead without burning through anything. You know, 6011. I love running 6013. It makes nice looking beads. God, come on. This thing doesn't like to focus. It just doesn't. So, here's from the bottom. All we did was tack everything to that angle. It's all 6013 there. Got a little cleanup on the welds to do. A little slag here and there to chip off, but I mean, I like the beads that 6013 runs. End up doing 2 more shelves and then a towel bar. So, here, I'll show you here. So if this is our toilet comes out like that, out like that. That's our toilet. We got this is our legs coming up here. Do this in marker. So that's our toilet. Got our legs coming up here. Gonna have one shelf here. That's the shelf that we already have built. I'm gonna use square tube. Go up probably, really looking at it, it's gonna be more than 12. I'm gonna say 12 to 14 inches. I'm gonna do another shelf there. Probably about, I'm going to say 10 inches or less for a top shelf. Okay? So, and then from this shelf here, I think what I'm going to do is kind of drop down and put a little towel bar going across there. You know what I mean? And I think I'm going to put some stuff down the side here. Oh, yeah, I'm thinking maybe we'll put some tubing and throw some toothbrushes, throw a razor in there. I mean, I'm not gonna skimp on anything, you know? Why would I? Get to burn more rods. That's a good thing. Okay, internet. Back to it. So we made a scrap run today. And we also got something cool in the mail, which is over there, and I'll show you in a second. So, check out our scrap run. This is $9 worth of steel. I got this nice piece of flat stock that I think I'm going to be able to use for the shelves. Got a piece of angle to use for the shelf. I think that should do everything we need to. But, check these out. I got these today. Mark All Silver Streak Welder's Pencil. I think it was 10 bucks for this pack, and it looks like there's probably 10 or 12 in there. But, oh wow. Oh wow. Look at that. Let's see. Ben 29. Check that out. You can see that. I can see that very easily. And take my finger. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sure I could sit here for a while and eventually get it off. I just wrote that on, you know, rusty metal too. Look at that. You can still see it. Fine. Cool. Alright, I like those. So let's get to it. First I gotta stock up my super heavy duty pencil cup. Alright, so here's where we're at. I just cleaned up this square tube. It was all rusty. Probably should have showed you before. Scrap metal, hey, you gotta do it. This is gonna go right there to be the support for our next shelf. We're gonna go with 12 inches. We're just gonna go with 12 inches. Plenty of room for a towel to hang down. Maybe more, honestly. So, let's do it. Alright guys, so here's where we're at. And here is a lot of head scratching trying to do this with all scrap metal because I just got random pieces. So, I've got a piece of 3/4 angle and a piece of inch angle because I didn't have enough length to do the same. So this is going to be our shelf, I think. And then I'll grind a bevel so we can get our bead down in there a little better. And then I'll do some welds on the bottom side. Come back on the top side, grind the tacks down to make it smooth, and that's going to be our shelf. Alright, I got those tacks. This is the bottom side. So I'm sticking with the 6013. This is thin stuff. 6013 doesn't penetrate too crazy. So for that, for this whole project actually, besides a couple places, I'm using these Lincoln 6013s and running them at 90 amps on the tombstone. That seems to be perfect. And there you have it, people. Burn through right at the end of the weld. So I did some short beads all the way down this boy because I ain't screwing with that, and it's just a goddamn shampoo shelf. So shampoo shelf. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I gotta cover up that burnout there. So I've got to put an end on this shelf anyways, you know. So all I'm going to do is take this piece of angle and put it in there, and that'll cover up the hole. Alright guys, so just went in and checked in on the boys, and one of them had pooped the bed. Had to do a little cleanup, and now we're about ready to put this whole thing together. So I got this shelf done. You can see we got our tacks there. Da 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 da. Here's what that looks like. This is just gonna sit right up there, just like that. All right, guys. Shelf is welded on. All right, there, YouTube. We're about to finish up this little shelf finally. Okay? We're not gonna do a towel bar here. Honestly, if I put a towel bar here and you hang towels, it's just gonna get in the way of all your stuff, so I think I'll just have these two shelves and then put maybe a picture in there or something to kind of fill the void, and it'll look cool. But see how some of the welds, I started doing a little wire wheeling while you were gone. So what I'm actually gonna do though, we're gonna use the anvil today. Shitting! I'm gonna forge a couple hooks from this round stock. Okay, I'm gonna flatten out the end and kind of give it a fancy little bend. Bend it around, make a hook, and then weld it right there. Yep, and that'll be that. So here we go. Well, holy hell, YouTube! This is the first thing I've actually forged on my anvil. Actually, should make a bigger deal out of this. So check it out. I made a little hook. I just took my round stock and flattened it in, bended it over there on the horn, I'm guessing it's called. Dunked that, heated it up, bent my hook. Now I think where I got my pliers clipped on there, I'm going to flatten that out to make a little flat place to weld. Well, YouTube, there you have it. I'm not even kidding you, this is the very first thing I've ever made on this anvil. This is the very first, metal I've ever forged. Look at that. Two hooks. Little cattywampus, now that I look at them. Yeah, it's alright. It's whatever. So there we go. Now those little puppies are just going to go right up here. Just like that. Boom. Alright, I got our setter outside here. I'm going to grind it down and paint it. Alright, YouTube. The shelf is finished. Look at it. Not bad, huh? Got our little hooks there. Hang our towels. Hang little ducky towels. Pretty happy with how it came out, really. I used some of that hammered paint because with scrap metal, sometimes it's got some pits, and that hammered paint helps kind of hide those defects. But yeah, I like the way it came out. I like what I did with the feet down there, using that flat stock, because you don't hit your foot on anything. And I'm able to like put the trash can in there and everything like normal. So yeah, sweet.